All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for the second time today to American Orthodoxy. This is a special episode. I'm your host, Benjamin Michael. I have with me my dear brother, Aiden, and today we are going to be live reacting to the Thomas Massie primary, which, as many of you have been following, is a very important primary, probably the most important primary in American history. And so today we are going to be live reacting to it. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure to share with all your friends. Let's push this out there, and let's try to get some prayers in for Thomas Massie here in these final minutes. Just 8 minutes ago, the polls closed over in Kentucky. And so we're not sure exactly what the timeline is going to be as far as results, but we will wait and find out. We'll be here and hanging out, and hopefully we can celebrate tonight. So welcome, Aiden. How's it going, brother?
Good to see you guys. Thanks for having me on, brother.
Yeah,
looking forward to it.
Absolutely. And I did want to start with kind of a pretty white pilling video that I saw that was posted over on Instagram by some people over on the ground level. So I'll show you guys this here.
Walton, Kentucky, and Zach is going to give us an update on the exit polling data for Thomas Massie's race today in Kentucky's 4th Congressional District. So we've been interviewing everybody going in and out with a quick just one question survey around whether they're voting for Ed or Thomas Massie. As of right now, and I will say, heavy on the higher age demographic. We're seeing a lot of 45, 55 plus. We currently have it at 25, 18, 20, 25 Massie, 18 Ed, and then the others undecided. We are skewing the vote for our own data's sake on the undecided to be 60-40 likely toward Ed, as that is seen as kind of the more controversial vote to take the person out who's currently sitting. So at the moment, very close. I will say though, the younger voters who are turning out are seeming to favor Massie at a much heavier amount, but it's close. And if you're watching this and you're in the 4th District of Kentucky, please go vote. This vote is very, very close. You could absolutely be the deciding factor in whether or not Massie.
Okay, so as you can see from some people that are over on the ground level, we have some good news because those of you who don't know, Thomas Massie is particularly popular amongst the young voters. And so the fact that they're already seeing at least, that young man's testimony, at least seems to indicate that even counting the higher age demographic, that Massie was still leading at least at the polls that he was able to witness. And then we also saw, right before the polls closed, we saw Trump actually fire off a tweet. And, it's interesting because, Trump isn't really on Twitter that much these days. Usually he's over on Truth Social. And so he's obviously sent out really all hands on deck when it comes to this Massie election. He sent not Buttigieg, Pete Hegseth. I almost said Pete Buttigieg. He sent Pete Hegseth over to Kentucky. What was that, 2 days ago? To advocate for, I don't even know how to say his last name, Ed Gallerine. I've been saying Gallerine. Gallerine. Yeah. And Gallerine. So he fired out this tweet just now, or exactly just a couple hours ago. He said, horrible Congressman Thomas Massie put out an old endorsement from many years ago of him by me long before I found out that he was the worst congressman in the history of our country. That is quite the statement. I endorsed Ed Gallerine, a true American patriot, which Massie knows full well, so the statement that he put out is fraudulent. Just like he is fraudulent, withdraw your fake statement, Massie. So he got community noted, it looks like, because he did indeed endorse Massie in 2022. And I saw, where did it go? I saw the actual Massie, not official account, but one of his other accounts had replied to this. I don't know where it went, but it replied to it with the actual endorsement. So everybody knows that he endorsed him in 2022. So I don't know what he's talking about. It's, obviously he's just over here yapping. So what thoughts do you have, Aiden?
Yeah, this is kind of something similar to that happened in the Arizona Congressional District 8 race last cycle. which I particularly paid lots of attention to because Blake Masters, who's notoriously good buddies with JD Vance and was funded by Peter Thiel in his Senate race when they both ran in 2022, I believe. He lost his Senate race. JD Vance won, obviously, and then JD Vance got chosen for the vice presidency. This past election cycle, Blake Masters ran for Congress, and he did the exact same thing because Trump didn't endorse him in his congressional race, but he would pull Trump's endorsements from his Senate race. So it is something that you can do. I found it particularly interesting, though, that he's tweeting this. When did he tweet this? An hour ago?
2 hours ago. Yeah, 2 hours ago.
Yeah, so that would have been an hour and 45 minutes before the polls closed, which is a good sign because that means that their internal polling and their exit polling is also indicating something bad for Ed Galbraith. Obviously, it's likely that he's like, just based off of the polls, the statistics, what we know, the Cal sheet, it's not looking favorable for him.
Yeah.
But that is a very positive sign. That last minute switch up is always like a freak out. That actually also happened kind of similarly. That last minute freak out happened in that congressional race that I just told you about, where last minute, because of Trump's internal polling, he did a dual endorsement for the first time. So he ended up endorsing Blake Masters for the congressional race because of their internal polling was indicating something not favorable to the candidate that they did endorse.
Interesting.
So yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is white pilling.
I mean, it would be sweet if he could just win in a landslide, to be honest, because I'm like way too stressed over this. But we had thank you for the super chat. Nico the Good said met Mr. Massie on Saturday, asked him if he knows Mark Lynch in South Carolina, and if he would support the return Hagia Sophia to the church. Bill and Massie said it is something he would support. So that's significant because Massie is, I mean, he's kind of a libertarian, non-interventionist. So I mean, the fact that he would care enough to want to support the Hagia Sophia rightfully being returned to the Greeks, that's pretty significant. And Mark Lynch also, that's also a significant race. He's obviously running against Lindsey Graham there in South Carolina. And from a lot of locals, I've heard that his signs are everywhere. There's a lot of local support for Mark Lynch. And so that's another really key race. Yeah, and it's interesting. So I talked about some of the odds on my show earlier today because it's interesting how the poly market odds like pretty much swapped in the last couple of days. And then those of you who are not aware, there are some interesting players that are involved in poly market. So I showed this on my show earlier today, but it is interesting to me that Donald Trump Jr. serves on the advisory board, and he made a substantial investment into poly market. And then a lot of you guys saw the odds that swapped really yesterday, because for the most part the odds were hovering at about 50-50, and I saw, in fact, the polling was favoring Massie by I think 2 points, and then we saw recently the sort of swap here, and a substantial boost for Ed Galbraith here. So that's kind of curious. I'm not any sort of conspiracy theorist or anything, but I'm just saying it wouldn't be that difficult for somebody to make a phone call. And I do think that is interesting.
Quick question. Isn't Poly Markets investments public? Or is that one of those betting platforms? They're who's betting on it is public, right?
Let me see. I'm not sure if
Poly Markets is public, then that would be very interesting to trace back.
Yeah, that would be an interesting rabbit trail to try to chase. His Poly Markets. Let's see. I mean, Poly Market's been known to post like fake news. They've been busted several times for this. No, it says that
Yeah.
on chain, allowing anyone to see what bets are placed, the size of bets, and when they occur. Built on
So you can?
through the block. It says through the blockchain, so you'd have to be able to know how to interpret.
Yeah, well, if it's through the blockchain, he's probably not got it very public.
Yeah, exactly. So it'd be
What
difficult.
is interesting is that the poly market one, Massie is down in the past. What would this be? Or he's down overall 6%. But in Kalshi, he's up 2. Oh, he just went up another point on Kalshi. Thank God. That's very interesting.
So yeah, here I'll pull up the. So here's the live. We don't want this. Oh my gosh, is it seriously not going to let me? No, I need to skip this here. I feel like there's so many websites now that you literally you have to like sign in. Like it doesn't let you like access without like signing in. It's like so annoying.
Oh yeah, like New York Times and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I also might just be boomer tech. But yeah, so it looks like right now live Kalshi 60% for Ed Gallery, 41% for Massie. So we're going to keep an eye on that, obviously, throughout the night. I'm not sure how long. I mean, it's obviously going to depend on how close the race is. I did want to go over eventually. I'll go over kind of what it looks like Massie kind of needs in order to win. But do you have an idea of when you think? Like, do you have any idea of when you think the results will be in? Or, I mean, I'm trying to think of like, I've never cared about a primary this much. You know what I mean? So it's like, I've never really cared.
It depends
you
on
know?
the state. I've never followed Kentucky like this, so I wouldn't know. I would imagine it's pretty fast because it is I don't know. I just checked PBS and they don't have. Oh, actually, we should go to the Associated Press because AP is always the one who gets the drops the first, and everybody reports based off of that pretty much. Let's do that. I'll send you that. AP.
Another super chat from Nico the Good. Thank you for the super chats. Loving the show. Keep it up, Ben. Thank you. And this is a dear sister from my parish. Says if Massie wins, then it will show that people want change. That is absolutely true. I also think it's a little bit blackpilling if he loses, because it literally shows that the Israelis can buy a seat in Congress. I mean, I just don't know how you like. That's how Massie's been framing it. And to be frank, I don't exactly know how you would like. What do the opponents of Massie even say? Do they just concede that? I mean, that's just like so obviously true. I mean, his donations are all coming in from Miriam Adelson, John Paulson, and Paul Singer. Like, those are the billionaires that are funding him. When you look at Massie's campaign, it's literally like, you know, $50 donations. He just raised $2 million the other day just from like regular Americans, right? So it's like very clear that this is literally the billionaires, particularly the Israeli billionaires who either own casinos in China or they own their investment bankers. Like these are the two different populations that are funding Ed Gallery compared to literally regular Americans scrambling together $10 to contribute to the Massie campaign. So this is the epitome of the people versus billionaires, which is why he's been able to rally a lot of these leftist votes. And, you know, I saw tweets today. It's like they're a lot of the Republicans, the Zio Republicans, are trying to drag Massie through the mud, talking about how, like all these leftists are voting for him. It's like, it's actually humiliating that the right has allowed the party that literally supports like taxpayer funded genital mutilation. Like, that party has figured out that we're like foreign occupied, like before we did. Like, somehow they figured that out before we did. That's embarrassing. Like, that's embarrassing. I mean, it's so obviously true. And so, yeah. What's up, man?
We have our first drop here.
We do.
Send it to you. Obviously, it's way too early to tell, but it's plus 33 Galerain.
Okay. Must be I wonder if it's a county that he was already strong in.
Well, yeah, let me see if I can figure that out.
Is it this AP News article?
Yeah, the one I just sent you. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, it was Spencer County, and they've only counted 1% of the vote. So
Okay.
but
That's good.
And then just another drop. 16% in Kenton County was just counted. 4,000 votes total. Galrain plus 9. So still too early to tell.
My goodness, so many ads. Give me a second. Let me try to pull this up, guys. Make sure to like the live. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. Please push it out. Let's get more people in here supporting our boy Massie.
That's right. You guys get the real opinion, the unfiltered updates live.
Yes. So let me see if I can pull this up without ads this time here.
What did you think of that AI ad that they ran against him?
Oh my gosh, I played it for my show earlier.
Really?
Yeah, I might play it again here so that people can see, those of you that missed it. So 3%, we're at 3% right now. And right now 54.8% in Gallery's favor, but again, only 3%. So we got a long way to go. I don't think it's going to actually take that long time-wise. It seems like these are coming in quick. But these are the counts so far.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and pull up that that ad from earlier because that was just so disgusting.
The AI one.
Just a heads up, the audio won't play for you, but it'll play for them.
Yeah, I found that out the hard way.
Yeah, but it'll play for them, so it's okay. That's all that matters. I don't care about you.
Yeah, I know.
Thomas Massie caught in a throuple in Washington. He's cheating with the squad on the America First.
So like I pointed this out on my show earlier, like caught in a throuple, and then they're showing what looks like video footage of him with Elon Omar and AOC. And like boomers don't know the difference. This is what I pointed out like on my show. It's like boomers think this is legit.
Massie voted with the
like boomers see this and they probably literally think that he went out to dinner and was like, you know, smiling, having this like, you know, date with these two, you know, with a Muslim woman and a, you know, communist.
Trump's tax cuts.
Like,
as he voted with the squad against finishing Trump's wall, he voted with them against hiring.
Like this is why I feel like he has grounds for like a defamation case. They're trying to make this look like actual footage, and boomers don't know the difference. So like this
new border agents.
Obviously we know it's AI because we're not retarded and we understand how technology and AI works.
This is worse than adultery.
I mean, like that is straight up defamation. I think that's grounds for a defamation suit. I don't know. I mean, like boomers don't know the difference. You could poll, you know, 100 boomers and 80 of them would think that's legitimate footage. Would they not? Am I wrong?
I agree.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just disgusting. It's disgusting tactics. I mean,
this is the first time that's been done, right?
What's that?
That's the first time this has been done, right?
An AI, like AI video footage? I mean, yeah, I think so. I mean, I did see there was people that were posting like a photo of Gallerine shaking hands with Epstein that was clearly AI. But like Massie's not the one posting it. That would be like if Massie posted that image, right? Like that would be the equivalent tactic. But he would never do that because he's a man of principle. And so, you know, he of course did not do that because, you know, that's not something he would do. But
okay, so by the way, the first drop came from Kenton County. Kenton County is bordering Cincinnati. So that's actually, in my personal opinion, a pretty good sign because it literally
that it was that close.
Yeah, it borders Cincinnati, so you have a big metropolitan area. And that's a pretty good sign that it's that. I mean,
yeah,
you know, with only 16% in, a 10-point difference is nothing in that county particularly.
Yeah, worse than adultery was what the ad said there. So here's what we're at, folks. We're at 4% now, 55.3 in favor of Gallerine. But again, very early. Again, I think these are going to flow in quick, so don't go anywhere. Make sure to send the live to people that you know care about this, because we're going to have live updates. Aiden's over there scoping the internet, making sure we get all the updates. So thanks for joining for this special live. Obviously, not standard for me to go live in the evenings, but here we are. I normally go live Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday at 2:00 Eastern. So if you want to tune into my show, please subscribe. I cover all things religion and politics, particularly from an Orthodox Christian perspective. So thanks for joining us tonight. And we are over here. We are Massie appreciators over in this corner of the internet. We like Thomas Massie, and we don't stand for any of this nonsense. And here's the thing, my fellow brothers on the right, especially ones that are like, you don't necessarily have to be like Israel pilled like on an issue to like recognize that Massie is like substantially better than his alternative, the opponent that's running against him. I mean, this man, and I've already explained this multiple times on my show, he literally unregistered as a Republican when Trump got elected the first time in 2016. So it might have even been 2015 that he unregistered. It was like when Trump was running. And look, you can be against Trump, you can be opposed to Trump, and I have my critiques of Trump, right? But his first term, like everything he was running on, I mean, he literally said to Jewish donors, he said, "I don't want your money." Like, I mean, he was running a truly America First platform, like his first time running, and that was when this dude, Ed Gallerine, that was when he abandoned Trump. His entire first term, and he didn't register again until Biden got elected. Then he came crawling back to the Republican Party, and then now he recognizes that, hey, like, you can't be a Republican unless you endorse Trump, and so that's why he came crawling back, and now he's a Republican again. And oh, by the way, this dude doesn't even know if he's pro-life. We haven't had a pro-life statement from this guy in like years. The pro-life organizations all keep like hunting him down to try to get a statement, and he keeps dodging them. Like, that's the most basic thing, the most basic issue that you need to be strong on as a Republican, like, is that the issue of abortion. And this dude won't even give a statement on it. And these pro-life organizations that are trying to hunt him down, they can't even get a statement from him. Thank you, Black Cow, for the super chat. You mentioned before you might run for political office. If you do, which state or region? I will tell you that it would be South Carolina. I'm not going to tell you what office it would be, but it would be South Carolina. Basically, I believe that we really need to consolidate in a lot of these already red stronghold states where we share 90% of values with these people, and we just gotta Israel pill them, man. And look, it's already happening. Like, that's the thing, is all the young people, even like the young people who were born and raised in like dispensationalist Baptist churches, like the young people don't like Israel either, like the vast majority of them. And so like we got to go like hold out in these strongholds, and we gotta build momentum and consolidate in those areas and really start to, and just completely like clean house all of the political offices there, like everything, attorney general, governor, freaking all like the Congress, like everything needs to be basically swept with candidates that are like-minded in these states. And I really think we can do that, because here's the thing, in a lot of these states, the GOP is very small, like it's very small and tight-knit, and they do that intentionally to try to keep people out. But we actually have the numbers. Like, think about all these different organizations we are like starting, and we could just take all of those numbers and just bring them into the current like infrastructure. And so this is like what I've been advocating for a while.
Yeah. I think they got another,
let's see,
drop here that I'm looking at.
I'm still showing 4% on AP. Still at 55.3%.
Obviously, the only reason I'm not like totally blackpilling right now in front of your audience is because the majority of the votes that are counted are from Kenton County, which is close to a big city, Cincinnati. But like usually I would be I would be blackpilling it. How
At 4% already? My goodness, we're already blackpilling at 4%.
Well, no, just like how they're coming in. Usually that's like pretty descriptive, but I'm not because of where they're coming in from. So
that's good. And by the way, guys, I know there's a tiny echo from him. I apologize. I'm working on getting that worked out. It's more difficult than you realize to run these streams, so I'm figuring it out on the fly. Don't worry. But I know there's a little bit of echo, so I apologize.
whoops.
Yeah, I mean, Montana's another great example. You know, I think that I think Montana is another stronghold. Like it really does. Like it needs to be like all of the stronghold states. Like I think that's where we need to gain momentum. You know, I was actually born and raised in Minnesota, and I left Minnesota when I joined the Marine Corps. And then I spent the majority of my Marine Corps career in California. And then, so when my wife and I were finally ready to settle, you know, we wanted to pick, you know, basically my wife's from Florida and then I'm from Minnesota. So like we wanted to, and neither of us really wanted to live in either of those places. So, you know, we wanted to pick like a Southern stronghold. And so that's why we went with South Carolina. So that's where I intend to kind of run and stuff like that. And yeah, I think I am going to try to do evening streams, like maybe once a week. I'm going to do my call-in stream where I start to do my TikTok callers and I debate like Muslims and Zios and stuff like that. I'm kind of going all out on the Israel issue and the Muslim issue, because here's the thing: neither side has anything to say other than, well, what about the Muslims? Well, what about Israel? And it's like, so if I just talk about both at the same time, like, what are they going to say? They're going to call me an Israeli shill when I have Israel controls our government, like right here as a talking point? Or are they going to call me like a Muslim sympathizer when I have Muslims don't belong in America, right? It's like what are they going to say? Like all they have is just deflecting to the other extreme, which I also don't like. So it's like, I don't even know. I'm curious what they're even going to try to say. And guys, if you're interested in being a member of my YouTube channel, that's a good way to support me monthly. And I will send you my debate notes. I do members only live streams, and I also follow you back on social media. And if you have questions about Orthodoxy or whatever, we can chat over there. I give you priority. So yeah, if you're interested in being a member, you can sign up. But yeah, right now we are reacting to the Thomas Massie primary, which is the most expensive primary in American history. A lot of people didn't realize that it's not just the campaign funds, but it's also the advertising. So I can show you guys here. Politico reported this earlier. And you can see here, I mean, this is just insane. So on top of, you guys have already seen, and by the way, it's well over 9 million now. I think it's actually close to 15 million that we've reached as far as the campaign funds that have gone towards Gallerine from these billionaires. And the President Trump, yeah, here we go. Operation spent nearly $7 million on the race. But then look at this, $32 million in ad spending. So this hasn't, you guys probably haven't seen this part of the news. $32 million have been spent on ads. So on top of the campaign funds that you guys have been seeing, this is separate. This is an additional amount of money. So we're talking about over 50 million if you include both sides. And then Massie's average donation is $80. It's actually gone down. So it was 94 when he did his Tucker interview. And then recently he said it's now 80. So the average campaign donation to Massie is $80, which means that most of these people are just throwing together their loose change to like be able to raise money for Massie. So, yeah, thanks for another super chat from Nico the Good. I'm from Louisville. Massie isn't over my district, Jefferson County, but there's a bunch of signs in my area for him. Glory to God for that. Glory to God for that. White pilling. What's going on, Nate? Any updates?
No, it does look like Kenton County. Obviously Gallerine has a bigger spread in Kenton, as it looks like, but it is coming in pretty evenly across all counties that has Gallerine up. I just hope this is at least like really close, that you have to spend $50 million to beat a grassroots candidate. That's kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah. So for context, I can pull up by how much he won his previous campaigns. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but this is new. Like, this is not something that I got to. So here, can you pull that up, Aiden? I'm gonna react to this super chat. Can you try to pull up how much he won by in previous primaries?
Yeah.
So this is the same guy who earlier. So earlier in my stream, I got an Indian tax from this. I assume is a young man, and he just sent in his second Indian tax of the day. So thank you for the Indian tax. I appreciate it. I hope this isn't taken out of context. People think I'm like genuinely like charging Indians to watch my show. If that were the case, I'd have to charge Aiden up here because he's actually the resident Indian.
All right. I have zero Indian blood, but that is the joke.
He's Lebanese, which is like, the same thing.
I'm not. I'm barely Lebanese.
He's like 50%. He's like 50% Lebanese.
No, I'm not. That is slander. I can't sue you for that. Okay, hold on. I think I found 24. Yeah, dude, everybody. Jeb Baugh just texted me just now too, and he keeps calling me Indian. So I don't.
Jeb Baugh is so real for that.
Yeah,
he's welcome. He's welcome to join in our react if he wants to.
Really? Because he just texted me, said, "You want to send him the link?"
Yep. Yeah. Send him over.
Cool.
I probably won't be able to bring him on video, but he can join via audio.
DM it to him on Instagram.
Okay.
This will be fun. Jeb's gonna be a fun.
He needs to. I need to give him some ground rules here.
We are slowly converting Jeb Baugh to Holy Orthodoxy.
Jeb Baugh is not an Orthodox young man. So no F-bomb. I'll have to tell him no F-bombs.
He doesn't do F-bombs on shows.
Okay. That's good.
Okay.
All right. Just tell. You can tell him I DM'd him the link.
Okay. I just told him. Well, Massie was unchallenged last time, so he got 99. The time before that, he got 75. I'm trying. When did he first run? That's what I'm trying to find.
I know when he talked about it on Tucker, he said he's been like a 20 point victory, like 20-25 each time is what he said when he was on Tucker.
Okay. He's been in Congress.
Please like and subscribe, guys, if you're not already subscribed to my channel.
He would have run, I think he's been in office since 2012, or at least that's as far back as Ballotpedia goes. And he won by 44%. But that was a spread out primary, so the second place got 28.
Dude, the amount of slander against him. So I saw yesterday, somebody was commenting that they erroneously stated that he promised that he would only run 3 terms. But then if you read what they actually attached, it was that he advocated for a bill to place a 3-term term limit. So that's not the same thing as him promising that he would only run 3 terms. That's just a lie. Like, so he supported term limits, and people are trying to say that means that he promised he was only going to run for 3 terms, which is obviously nonsense. I don't know where my mods are, but I got to ban this dude here.
Uh-oh.
I think it looks like a Muslim in the chat.
Oh,
come back when I'm debating Muslims.
Some guy in your chat said 49% Lebanese, 51% American. That's not even. That's
accurate, actually. That's actually
no,
true.
It's not accurate at all. So should I tell everybody the reason, the whole backstory, or should I save it to when the joke blows up?
Save it for what?
Save it for when.
Yeah, don't worry, we kicked the Unitarians out. Don't worry. Yeah, if you want to debate the Trinity, go over to my boy Fearless Truths live because he will bury you on that. He debates that all day with them, folks. Let me see if he's actually still live. If he is, I'm going to tell him to do a raid after he's done. And then those of you who haven't Yeah, he is live right now. Those of you, so if you want to go debate him there, Mr. Muzzy, you could go over there and debate my boy Fearless Truth.
Okay, I think we're gonna have a big dump here in a second because it's been stuck at 4% for a while.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
Okay, Jeb will probably be joining soon.
I'm gonna text Nick to send them over here when he's done.
I think on the next drop, they're probably gonna call the race. That's my suspicion.
Really? Already?
I would bet it. Yeah. Yeah, he's like down 23 points on Kalshi. Bro, dude, I think our country might be over. Is it over? Is it over, Ben?
We got to be careful not to seethe too much because otherwise they're going to clip us if he does lose.
True. No, look,
we're not gonna seethe. We're not gonna black pill. It's gonna be
never
okay. Never black pill. Never ever black pill.
It's true.
I told y'all. I always tell y'all about Codriano and what he says about that.
Yes. I asked my priest.
People are already saying, I don't understand. So people are already saying it's virtually over.
I mean, it's not. It would be a miracle if he won.
Are you serious? We're already at that point.
I think so.
Bro, what? We're at 4% of the vote, and we're already. It's going to be a miracle if he wins. My goodness, we're cooked. I didn't know we were this cooked.
It is only.
I didn't know we were this cooked, man. Are you just
more
are you
than
just
I think
are you just prepare are you just like preparing? Are you just like trying to butter the audience up here for like a miraculous comeback?
No, that would be cool. If that happens, that would be awesome. I will like.
Dude, how are we black pill? It's 4% and it's only a 10-point difference right now. Like
because.
Okay, explain it to me. Explain it to me like I'm 5.
Okay, so the reason that obviously they're not going to call it yet because there's only 3 counties reporting. The counties that have reported, I mean, the reason it's not looking good is so. Firstly, the biggest like county for like the biggest what was it? Kenton County, which is bordering Cincinnati, is reporting at 16%. And they've already done 3 drops, and every time it's Gallery up by a lot. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just like psyching myself out, but I mean, they have only counted 4,000 votes. Oh, here is the question that we should ask, though. This is a better question. We should ask how many voted in previous primaries, because then that'll tell us.
Oh, sure. All right. So I gotta read a couple of these. So our resident Indian friend here says he's in Ohio and he dreads. Not you, Aiden. This guy's actually. This is the Indian tax guy. He said, "I'm in Ohio and I dread Ramaswamy winning." That's pretty crazy. So you dread your own people winning. That's pretty wild. Wait, but the option is literally a Jewish woman. So I mean, like you got to pick between literally an Indian or a Jewish woman. So I mean, those are your choices over there in Ohio. Thank you for the super chat, JKC. If Massie loses, we got to make Penn the new Caesar. You got this, gang. Yeah, I got you. Don't worry. I'll try my best.
Yeah, usually there's only. I'm looking at the
Puerto Rican. The new Caesar is going to be Puerto Rican, supposedly, according to our resident Indian. Wait, so now we have a new resident Indian. So Aiden is no longer the resident Indian. So
what live stream am I on?
That alone is cause for celebration for
Aiden. Should I make my own show called Indian Orthodoxy?
Yeah, then our other friend here won't have to pay the Indian tax because it'll be like an Indian live. Like
Okay, so it looks like so the first primary, the oldest primary that I'm looking at, it was like about 43,000 votes total. Looks like it's gonna be I'm gonna guess. Well, wait, maybe AP will tell us.
So you said that he's getting cooked in the Kalshi?
Yeah, it's like over for him in Kalshi.
Wait, let me see. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's pretty cooked. But that was immediately after the first batch dump. So
yeah, right now he's down. He's at 12% in Kalshi right now. This is so black pilling, dude. This is so black pilling.
Which one are you on?
Oh, I was just looking at the Kalshi. So we're still at 4%. So
there's different Kalshis though. There's one that says like what percentage he's going to get. There's going to say who's like the victor.
I was looking at the one that you sent me.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to guess
see if
there's going to be.
I don't know what Jeb's deal is. He's not in the queue. I
am going to guess that there's going to be somewhere around like.
I'm curious what Polymarket has. Are you scrolling Twitter, by the way?
No.
Here, let's see.
I will though.
I'm curious.
Yeah, Polymarket is. Polymarket has them at 38%.
Okay, well, that's good at least.
But it's still 38 is over. I don't know.
6% reporting now, according to this election wizard account. This is white pilling. Wait, it's not over yet.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is not over yet. I'm pulling it up on screen. Don't worry. This is white pilling. I don't want to get people too excited yet, but according to this election wizard account, which I don't know if is reliable or not, it's saying now it's 6% reporting. Massie is getting closer, 48%, 48.51. Oh gosh, I hope that's accurate.
Oh,
we'll see when the actual AP reflects if this is accurate or not. And if it is, then we'll know that this guy knows what he's talking about and he's ahead of the game. If it is accurate.
Scroll down in the comments and see where you got that from.
There's no comments.
Oh. Let's see.
Please like the live and subscribe, guys. I'm live every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday at 2 o'clock Eastern. I go over news and politics and religion, particularly from an Orthodox Christian perspective. Thank you for tuning in. We over here are rooting for Thomas Massie. He is in many ways the last hope of our country. So we are trying not to black pill. He is creeping closer, it looks like, based on the current information that we have.
There's an estimated 120,000 primary votes that they had left to count.
Okay, I mean, that's a substantial amount, obviously.
Maybe
it's going to be soon, guys. It's going to be quick. I think that Aiden's right. I think this is going to come in very quick.
It's going to get cold fast.
Yep. And so I've already got the music queued. I don't have any music for if he loses. We're just going to solemnly log off. That's and we're just going to all go pray for our country. We need to pray for our country regardless. Pray to St. Constantine, who is the patron saint for politicians. There's an akathist to him if you are interested in praying to St. Constantine for our political leaders. And in the Orthodox Church, we pray for our political leadership every service. And if you're not Orthodox, you should go check out an Orthodox church, because Orthodoxy is the only hope of the United States of America, because it is the church that Jesus Christ founded. We are Orthodox appreciators up in here.
It's very true. Maybe while we're waiting, you can Christ pill Jim live. That would be based.
That would be based if he actually joins.
We talked to him when we were in DC, right?
Yeah.
That was we FaceTimed him. That was fun.
So AP is still showing 4%.
I think that 6% guy was just a.
I hope he knows what he's talking about. We're gonna find out in a minute if he knows what he's talking about, if it's accurate.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be a big dump soon, because it's been. When was the first batch? Probably 30 minutes ago that we saw. Yeah, about 30. So it's gonna come in fast. Dude, imagine if it's like 2020 all over again and it like goes till 1 a.m.
Oh gosh. I'm calling her quits. I'm calling her quits at 10 o'clock if that happens.
Yeah.
Unless we're at like 500 viewers or something like that. There are people that are like jumping the gun on a lot of this stuff. Now a bunch of multiple Twitter accounts reporting 10%. So I'll show you guys what I'm looking at here. Take this with a grain of salt, but these are multiple accounts on Twitter reporting the same numbers at 10% reporting, saying it's 52-48. So that's better than what he was at for AP. 5%. Okay, AP is still at about the same, 54-45. So, but I mean, this is odd to me that these are two different accounts reporting the same numbers at 10%. So that means that there's probably some merit to them.
Yeah, they always update the numbers too. It's always different depending on who's reporting, etc. Because they'll report like different percentages that are in. So
originally, it looks like when it was only at 1%, that people were saying Massie was at 78-22. I don't know where people are getting those numbers though, but that was only when it was at 1%. AP is at 5% right now, and it's still running about the same.
I would say if he doesn't get up to 48% with 30%, probably over. Might be Jover. But that's just my thoughts. It really depends. I mean, I also have no clue about the like local politics. So if anybody in the chat, I know there was one guy who was from Kentucky. If he knows anything about like local GOP politics, that'd be really good to know. Places that are more establishment focused, because sometimes depending on the legislative district as well as the county, people could be more pro establishment figures than others. So I actually, now that I think about it, think that Kenton County is probably going to turn out better for Massie. That's what we're seeing on AP, that it's turning out better for him. And the reason for that is because a lot of it is bigger city and it is more liberal, and the liberal people actually tend to be more red pilled on like Israel and stuff like that. So I could be wrong about that, but I don't know. I don't live in Kentucky, so maybe.
So this is a local account that seems to be pretty knowledgeable on Kentucky elections. Says in the first two counties with comparable, y'all pull it up for you guys, with comparable drops, Thomas Massie's running 9 to 10 points better today than in early votes. That shift would not be enough to flip the race. If it was held statewide, but it would make the contest quite close. Yep. So you guys might be wondering as well, where does this Ed Gallery guy get his money from? So I'll show you a couple of these individuals and where they get their money from. So, of course, everybody knows Miriam Adelson, the wife of the late Sheldon Adelson. They made their money originally off of casinos in Vegas, and then now they make them off of casinos in China. And I believe she's an Israeli citizen. She was at least born in Israel. And so she's one of 3 billionaires that is funding Ed Gallery's campaign. Got another super chat here. Gotta leave to go to church. Our parish is watching the American Orthodox movie about St. Peter. That's awesome. Pray for Massie's win. Yes. Amen.
St. Peter Ludwell is awesome.
Yes. And the Roman Catholics slander him and say that he didn't exist, which is obviously disgusting because they want to deny the fact that they literally are the ones responsible for his martyrdom. So yeah, that's great that you're going to watch that. It's a funny story. I actually was planning on calling my show American Orthodox, and then that show came out, and so I switched it to American Orthodoxy, which I polled a bunch of people, and everyone was like, "Oh, that's better anyway." So, but both of us are part of Logos Cinema. Well, I've been lazy about that. Logos Cinema wants to bring me on, but I need to go sign my documents for them because I am going to be part of that. So, but yes, thank you for the super chat, and yes, have a good time at the service. What we got, Aiden? Anything?
It keeps getting worse. He's 6% reporting, and he's down another point.
6% on AP. Down another point, huh?
Yep. It is.
Let's see here. 56.44 with 6% reporting. So that other account obviously does not know what they're talking about. So that's blackpilling.
Yeah, Twitter is usually pretty gay.
Oh my gosh. And then for those of you who are wondering, so a lot of you guys have probably seen propaganda like Massie voted to defund ICE or like something of that nature. And there's something in these bills that's called pork. Basically what it means is like, so in the case of ICE, right, when he voted against, or maybe it was the border wall, it was either ICE or the border wall that he voted against. And in the bill, there was funding for this other organization that literally spies on Americans. They are like an anti-hate speech organization, and literally like has advocated for censorship. And so that's what Massie was actually voting against. But how it will work is the framing will be that Massie voted against this super based thing, right? When that's actually not what he was voting against. Because if you go back to 2019, he actually voted for funding for the wall. So he has when he's had the chance, when a bill doesn't have pork, he votes in favor of these things. It's when these bills have pork that he ends up voting against it. So yeah.
I think one of the crazy things, and this goes for Fishback's race too, by the way, which is obviously not tonight, but the thing that this movement, quote unquote, is lacking is organization and funding. Like if there was a PAC that had, the ability to do exactly what is happening with Ed Gallerin, where they can just, obviously it wouldn't be like $30 million, but currently we don't even have an alternative to anything that we see on like the establishment. Right. So there's literally, James Fishback doesn't have it, which is surprising because a lot of these people, they get huge amounts of traction, and it is in some sense from the future of American politics, which would be young people.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if you saw that primary poll of Fishback where he's like 80% or something like that amongst 18 to 25. That's awesome.
Yeah. And it's the same for Massie. Yeah. And nobody's arguing that Massie's perfect, but like I said, like the alternative is this guy that is, backed again. Like, I mean, so this is another one of his major billionaire donors, John Paulson, investment management, right? Jewish individual, staunch advocate for Israeli interests, right? Like this is who Massie is up against, is these billionaires that and people will point out like Muslims that backed Massie and stuff, things of this nature. I think the biggest donation to his campaign was like $600,000. That was the largest donation to his campaign, like in general. Whereas these billionaires are sending multi-million-dollar investments into Gallerin's campaign. So it's just not comparable. And you have like the Daily Wire pushing this nonsense about how he's backed by Islamists and all this super scary stuff. And it's like, yeah, they're backing there are people that are Muslim that are backing him because he is the only person to stand up to Israel. So like just because they're backing him doesn't mean that like he's like pro-Muslim. Is he supposed to control that? Like, is he supposed to control that, a Muslim organization is giving him this money, like because of how glaring the Israeli influence is? Like, what is he supposed to do about that? So he doesn't represent Muslim interests just because they donated to his campaign. Like, that's just obviously nonsense.
Yeah. No other drop. I'm not seeing.
Okay.
The real thing, the real red pill for everybody watching is that we don't got money.
Yeah.
The biggest red pill generation, which is Gen Z and young people, we have none of the wealth. As in, like 70% of the wealth is held by the boomer generation. And so eventually that's going to have to switch. But I would encourage everybody who's watching to position yourself accordingly for when that.
See, I'm going to
economic-
refute this. So I'm curious, which Muslim lobby gets 98% of those that they back into office? Which one? Which Muslim lobby has that level of success or even close to it? In fact, I'll even extend it to any lobby whatsoever. Name any lobby that comes even close to 98%. There isn't one. There definitely isn't a bipartisan one. And the closest thing is the pro 2A lobbies that are only the Republican side and maybe a few like libertarians. They don't back Democrats. AIPAC is the only bipartisan lobby that gets even remotely close to the number in which that they are able to get into office, which is 98%. They openly admit this, that they think it's a good thing that 98% of the people that they endorse, this is again a foreign interest, 98% of the people that they endorse get into office. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. And they openly admit this. There have been AIPAC representatives that have bragged that they could get signatures of basically, I think they said like what? I'd have to look it up. How many senators they bragged that they could get signatures within like 24 hours. Like they brag about this stuff. They literally brag about this stuff. So no Muslim lobby, no, Muslims do not have political pull like this. Not in their lobbying efforts. No. So it's just, and also like Islam is a result of the Jews anyway, as I've talked about many times on this show. So I reject this false dichotomy. What's up?
Check out who just joined the call. Oh, he just left.
Bruh.
Where did he go?
Bruh.
Jeb Baugh just joined for everybody seeing. You guys can't see it on the back end, but Jeb Baugh just joined for like 2 seconds. Where'd you go? But
if you're Orthodox and you're wondering why we talk a lot about Jews, then you need to read what the saints have to say. Because literally, like, I will pull up my thread for you so that you can see how the saints talk about this issue. And you can let me know if they're just Jew-spurging. I'm really curious if that's how you feel about the saints, because they also talk about this a substantial amount.
all right, he's here.
Okay, well that's gonna have to be delayed then, so we can talk to Jeb. Okay, all right, Jeb, you're unmuted. You're not on video, but I got you on audio. What's up, man?
It's all good. It's all good. What's up, dude? What are we thinking about this election?
Dude, it's pretty blackpilling right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it might be over, Jeb.
I personally think all these state elections and all these like federal elections, they're all rigged, dude. They're all rigged. They're all premeditated.
Bro, his audio is like terrible. Your audio is like
is bad.
Yeah. You sound like you're
I'm sorry.
You sound like you just breathed in some helium.
Yeah, I feel like.
What if I put in the other AirPod? Does it help? Put in 2 AirPods now.
It's pretty much the same, but it's fine. We'll survive. We'll survive.
But I don't know. I think we're gonna see. We're gonna see elections. We're gonna see like these America First candidates lose and stuff like that. And I think it's slowly gonna turn into the balkanization of the U.S. Is it really that bad? Is my audio really that bad?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Not bad, but your balkanization point was very true.
Yes.
I did.
Aiden, it sounds like we're at 13%. So we need to pull that up here.
Okay, let's check.
I just wanted to. I don't want to leave this tab. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh no. No.
Yeah. That's 9,000 to 7,000, 57 to 43.
Oh my gosh.
Is cooked. They're probably gonna call
Massey's at
it.
43.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's terrible.
I know.
So I just want to know if this dude that says that the Jew talk is crazy. I'm just curious. And he said he's Orthodox. I'm just curious what his thoughts are on this Saint Nikolai of Serbia quote, because he says Europe knows nothing except what the Jews serve up as knowledge. It believes nothing other than what Jews order it to believe. It knows the value of nothing until Jews impose their own measure of values. All modern ideas, including democracy, we're seeing why today, strikes, socialism, atheism, religious tolerance, pacifism, global revolution, capitalism, and communism are all inventions of the devil through the Jews. So I'm just curious, is St. Nikolai, is he just like a Jewsburg? I'm just trying to figure out, how you can be Orthodox and still not recognize this. And I'll go ahead and retweet this so that you guys can see it. What are we at, gentlemen? What are we doing? How are we doing?
Jeb, where are you going?
I'm on a little side quest right now. How do you know I was driving?
We can see you.
You guys can see it, but can the viewers see
No,
me?
the viewers can't see you. They can only hear
Okay,
you.
the viewer can't see. Yeah, well, I'm driving. It's a little bit of thunderstorm action.
It
All I
sounds.
can say. What?
Your audio sounds like you're farting every like. 3 seconds.
I'm not. It's the rain. It's the rain. I promise. I have good gut health, so I promise I'm not farting. If you're farting, it means your gut health is bad. People don't realize that. Farts are not normal. It's not natural.
That's great, man. That's good enough. It sounds like it makes sense. I don't know. Sounds true.
I mean, like, why would you fart? Why would air come out of you that's stinky? That's not natural. It's like acne. They're both not natural.
Sure.
Natural humans don't have
Sure.
acne if they don't
Oh
fart.
my gosh, Lord have mercy. 5% on Play Market. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I think it's. They're gonna call it the next drop, guaranteed. I think it's gonna be.
If he doesn't make substantial progress in this next drop, we're cooked.
Yeah, if it's not like a 5-point shift, it's over.
So those of you,
It's pretty much already over, but I'm not going to say it's over yet because I'm a white pillar, and we believe in miracles.
yes, we do believe in miracles. Someone said if farts are not natural, then I'm screwed. I'm so dead, bro.
Jeb, have you heard anything from anybody in Kentucky?
Is he still there? We might have lost him. He sounded like he was.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
If you're having stinky farts, it's cooked. You need to fix your. I'm here, friend in Kentucky, but no, I haven't.
Oh my god!
Is the audio that bad? Is it that cooked?
It's just like every like 2 seconds, it literally sounds like you're farting.
Well, that was also not like.
Okay,
I asked
I'm
about
sorry.
Kentucky not farting.
Maybe try what if you just did it from like your phone audio instead of your AirPods?
Yeah, wait. Let me give that a whirl. Let's put away my AirPods.
AP still at 13.
Yeah.
Please
whoever did that-
please like the live and subscribe, guys, if you're not already subscribed. Thanks for all the super chats so far today. That was a pleasant surprise. And if you're interested in being a member and supporting me monthly, you can sign up for memberships.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Jeb. Here, I may need to switch his audio to. No, we can't hear you at all. Oh,
Right now.
yeah.
Better?
Yeah, way better. Way better.
Okay. Mashallah.
No.
Mm,
I'm just joking.
none of that Haji nonsense around here.
Oh, hold on. Wait, hold on. Before we let's talk about Jeb's most recent video. This
Oh,
is
I thought you had
Am I too
some white pill for
am I
me.
too in bed with the Muslims? Okay.
Oh
Aiden
yeah,
tells me I'm
seriously.
too in bed with the Muslims.
What are we doing here?
Okay,
man?
listen, dude. Listen, this is how you got to see it. So the Sunnis, they're the gay Muslims. They suck up to the Jews at the end of the day.
Uh-huh.
They're the ones doing all the crazy shit. But the Shias are based. The Shias stand on business. The Shias are the only ones really fighting against international Zionism. We could call it that.
It's okay. You can
know,
say Jewry around here.
Yeah, international Jewry. You know, they had Hezbollah, they got the Houthis, and then Iran, obviously. You know, they're like, it's almost like modern day SS divisions.
But dude, like Muslims don't like. It doesn't matter if it's Shia. Like they don't belong in the West. Like they're still contributing to. They're still contributing
I know
to
that,
the.
But like,
but here's
Shias,
the thing.
Listen. No. Here's the.
I know that
here's
Shias.
the
I know
40
that
chess.
Shias are
Here's the 40
sympathetic.
chess.
I know.
No, but listen. They don't want to conquer the West. Listen, we help them get their countries back. They can all go back. They even understand that.
Yes,
they understand that.
But the problem is we have to deal with American identity. So I actually think everybody gets this wrong. Like we have to deal with American identity first. Like that is the number one issue right now. Like the whole reason why I'm JQ'd is because of replacement. Like that's like the entire reason.
Yeah. That's the main reason.
Right. So like we can't be. Listen, it's my understanding that the Muslim that you like were making a video with is like he's like anti-Muslim migration and things of that nature, right?
Yeah, he said he wants less Muslims in America.
Yeah, I mean, but also like the policies we'd have to implement like would affect like even ones that have that mentality. We can't like make an exception.
I know that, but we need to help
them
get their countries
that's
back
fine.
So they all stay over there.
Well, yeah, I mean we just
that's
need
my
to,
thing. That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
I
don't
working,
want more Muslims.
But I don't.
And
I don't see that as working. Like, listen, what I'm saying is the rhetoric is dangerous because most Muslims are not him, right? Most Muslims are they have no problem with replacement, and so like most of them are actively contributing to it. So it's like even if there's like one good one or like a couple good ones, or whatever, like it's still problematic.
So like we need to focus on the rule itself instead of the exception to the rule, which I'm a big proponent of. I agree with. I agree,
exactly.
But like we need to get the Muslims to understand it. So like if we get more Muslims understanding, like because they realize like Muslims like him, the Shias. Let's reaffirm it's the Shias. They understand that the white man's coming to save them. They understand that it's not going to be some brown dude or something like that. They understand that white people are going to fix the world, and fix international Zionism. And so it's one struggle. That's my whole premise. It's one struggle.
But what I'm saying is the rhetoric is dangerous because what a lot of people, because there's this whole thing that's being pushed of like basically anti-Zionism at all costs, and it's like allying with like Mamdani and things of that nature. Even though
I don't support that. I know,
but what I'm saying
stupid.
is that rhetoric contributes to it. That's what I'm saying. Like the Muslim alliance stuff is contributing to that agenda. That's what I'm saying, and that's where it's problematic. And this is another thing too. I
don't know. I think that's something we have to disagree on. I think we can ally with the Muslims. I think we can ally with the Muslims that know that understand.
But you're talking about a minority. But you're talking about a minority of Muslims. But your video didn't say that. Your video said allying with Muslims against the Jays.
Yeah, I know. But people don't understand like the whole picture. And like think about who's over by the Jays. It's the Muslims. Like
who's what by the Jays?
We gotta think in we gotta think complexly. The Muslims.
They're what?
Like in the Middle East, so that's why you need to get the Shias.
The right wing, yes, but the problem is, but here's what everybody misses. They completely forget all of the left wing Jews that are back. Like the left wing Jews literally back like Mamdani. So, and the left wing Jews are equally. So all the Zionists. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. So the problem is that this Muslim alliance is wrongfully assuming that the Zionists are the problem when it's not. The Zionists are the right wing Jews primarily. There's hardly any left-wing Zionists left. There's a few, but there's hardly any. Most of the left-wing Jews actually don't care about Zionism. They're like the George Soros types that are like open borders, Mamdani types, or like supporting Mamdani types. So what I'm saying is when we talk about allying with Muslims, like maybe your guy is an exception, that's fine. But the point is that the rhetoric is contributing to this like anti-Zionism at all costs. Like that's the point, and that actually we end up allying with left-wing Jews when doing that. That's the problem.
I mean, I I don't think we need I disagree. I think we need to get the high IQ Muslims, the Shias in particular, that understand it.
But that's the vast minority. You
always,
recognize that's like 1% of them.
they don't like the they don't like the left wing Jews though either. That's
But
the
it's
thing.
1%. Maybe he
What if the
doesn't,
Jews
but I'm
aren't even
saying
the
the
problem?
vast majority of them do. Massie dropped more.
I mean, it's debatable. It's debatable.
It's not debatable, bro. Are you telling me the majority of Muslims in America? You think the majority of Muslims in America think that way?
I would say
Why are they on?
a large percentage of the Shias, and then
Why are 53% of them on our welfare programs
Let's not-
then?
let's not put all Muslims in one category. Not every immigrant group's the same. Somalians are like stupid, but like say like someone like Lebanese that like Aiden's Lebanese. They're higher IQ than the Somalian. So like they're gonna be your doctors and stuff, doctors and engineers, but then your Pakistanis and like your Somalians are gonna be
the problem
stupid
is
ones.
the problem is migration is at such an emergency that it has to be blanket policies. It can't be these stupid exceptions for like.
Well, I agree. I agree. But
okay.
the ones that are here, we need to be like, yo, ally with us. We'll get you your home back. We'll get you your crib back. We'll save your block, but you gotta go back to your crib, pretty much. Yeah.
But the problem is most of them don't understand that, which is why they're here and they're milking our system and things of that nature. So,
but not all of them are milking our system.
53%.
Not
53%.
Not every Muslim is the same.
53% of
people
first
from
generation
Iran-
migrants are on welfare programs.
Yeah, I know, but that's a very blanket. Like,
And
not
even-
every immigrant group is the same.
Bro,
like,
but-
some like say like someone from like Iran or say someone from like even Iraq or like Syria or like Lebanon. They
Okay.
they have universities, they have
But-
hospitals, they have roads. But someone from Somalia, it's like 70 IQ. What's an alphabet?
Sure, but here's another problem: is that Islam is inherently contrary to the West, and so even a Shia still believe in a lot of the same problematic things. Like something as simple as like, you could ask your Muslim buddy, could he emulate Muhammad's life in the West, like marrying and sleeping with a 9-year-old, going on conquests against the infidels. Like these are things that they still believe.
Well, the Epstein was doing the same thing. So this is how the Jews get you.
But I reject the dichotomy. I reject the dichotomy. The point is, because I agree that we need to clean house on them too. The point is that a Muslim, no matter what type of Muslim they are, would not be able to emulate their own prophet's life in the West. And that means that it's incompatible with the West. They have to live contrary to their own religion to be here.
And that's why we need to help them get their homes back so they can do it over there.
No, we don't have to help them do anything. We need to get our home back.
Well, we need to get our home back, but simultaneously, while we get our home back, we get their home back. See, everything, it's one struggle.
Somehow, Jeb, I have an Indian here in the chat who understands this. He said, thank you for the super chat. He said, Islam and libs are tools of the Zios to destroy the West. So it's like, why are we allying with the tool that's literally being used to destroy us?
I mean, because we need to think outside the. Not every Muslim is like so retarded.
But it's the majority.
It's
the majority. Oh, we have an update. We have an update, and he's making a little bit of headway back. Not much, but a little bit. So I think he dropped to 42%, but he's back up to 43% at 16%. So a little tiny white pill.
It might be over.
Shut up,
It might be over.
resident Indian.
What do you? We should ask the chat. What race do they think Aiden is?
No, you should.
See, this is another
wait,
nonsense. So this super chat here, those misconceptions of Islam, they're not misconceptions. This is in their hadith. Like this is in a lot of it.
But the Shias don't read the hadith.
They have their own
Shias
hadiths,
don't read
bro.
the hadith.
Shias have their own hadiths. They have their own hadiths, and a lot of them say the same thing.
They don't. See, this is how the Jews get you, because
No,
they get you
no.
and they get you
Do
mad
they-
at. They
do
get
they still-
they get you
do they
mad
still
at
have
the, they get you mad at the
apostasy?
one struggle
Wait,
brothers.
I'm curious, do Shias still have apostasy laws? Let's see. Do Shia Muslims? I actually don't know.
But like I agree with you,
Yes.
all the Somalians should go.
So
Like,
this
I
is,
mean,
dude, this alone is enough. So if a Shia literally believes, if they're being consistent, that if a person converts from Islam to Christianity, they are to be put to death. That is literally like their authoritative
But do they actually
belief.
do that?
Well, but
You know
that's
what I
my
mean? Like,
point.
do they
That's my
actually do
point.
that?
They're living
like, see,
contrary.
they don't actually do it.
But
That's
they're
the
okay.
thing.
So then they're living contrary. But if they were in the majority, they would do it. That's the point. So they're living contrary to their own religion. This person says Pakistani
So you want them to
Indian
be more
Muslims are very
extreme.
educated.
That's the thing.
I'm saying they're living contrary to their own religion because their religion is literally incompatible with the West. That's the point. Why would I ally with somebody who literally believes that if I convert one of their brothers to Christianity, they should be put to death? Why would I ally with somebody like that? That's insane.
You just don't see it. This is how the Jews get you. This is how the Jews get you.
I knew that was gonna be fun. That's why I brought that up.
All right, 19%. Oh my goodness, this is not good, guys. This is genuinely not good.
All right, Aiden Nicholas is gonna call the race.
Dude,
But
shut up.
I'll just-
Frickin' A.
I like to be early. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 7-point difference. Which
I don't
is
know
gonna
what
be-
this guy says. Christians live contrary to their religion every day, dude. That is
Yeah, I mean,
that is a
Christians
complete.
do live
But that's a
contrary.
complete
You have these-
deflection. That's a complete deflection. There's nothing
I
in
mean-
Christianity is the moral fabric of the West. So it's not.
I mean,
contrary.
you're Orthodox Christian.
not
Why
con-
are you not living in Russia?
Dude, there's
You know
plenty
what I
of
mean?
American. Do you want me to run down all the Orthodox Christian heritage in America? Because there's
It's
plenty
probably
of it.
really small. You know, the first mosque
Yeah,
in America
except
was
the-
in North
except
Dakota,
the
but I don't
founding
consider.
fathers- The founding
I don't
fathers.
consider
The difference is the
or
founding
I'm pretty sure it's
fathers.
North
the
Dakota. I don't know, but
The difference is the founding fathers viewed Orthodoxy as a valid form of Christianity, whereas they did not have a positive understanding of Islam. That's the difference. They understood. This is why the constitutions, the state constitutions, a lot of them made Christianity the official religion of the state, or they demanded that you express the divine revelation of the Old and New Testaments, for example. These are found in the state constitutions. There's nothing about the Quran
I
in
don't
there.
want a bunch of Muslims over here, but I think we can ally. I think we can ally with the smart Muslims. That's just my whole premise. Like that's what the Shias are just badass too. Like I mean, they're actually fighting. They're doing real stuff over there. You know. Yeah, they might be losing. They might get blown up, but like they're not giving up.
I think I've adequately defended my position here.
I don't know why we can't support the Shias.
Our resident Indian again, non sequitur after non sequitur, and compatibility with cultures don't take a break. The CIA tried to ally with similar groups since 1948. It's true. It's true. All right, we got any white pills over here, Aiden?
Nope.
We still at 19%. So we're still at 19%, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's see if anybody's called the race. I want to see that.
How can you call the race at 19% though? That's what's crazy to me.
I don't know. Oh, did you see Rand Paul said to go vote for Massie?
Rand Paul or Ron Paul?
Rand Paul. I didn't know that.
Is that the young one?
This Jackson dude is not giving any reasons.
Massie represents me. Oh, did you see Matt Walsh a year ago said Thomas Massie is a great American and by far one of the best, and by far in the way.
What did he say? What has he said recently?
He hasn't said anything recently.
Dude, Matt Walsh, bro, he get back to work, Matt Walsh. Bro, he literally has he doesn't stand for anything. That's his problem. That's his problem.
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right, we're seeing now. Looks like 21%. Yeah, I have it up here. 21%. Looks like it auto refreshes.
Hey, you should watch this video. Hold on, I'm gonna send it to you.
I mean, this is someone says that I don't know if they're talking to me. Someone says you are the only reason I want to believe in a political solution. We all know there isn't. Well, just give me a chance, all right? Just give me a chance. That's all I need.
Our patience has its limits.
Whoa. I got my boy, I got my fellow Iron Guard brother in here agreeing with an Indian. That's pretty impressive.
21% counted.
Yeah, I saw that. Uh-oh, he's cutting out now. We might be cooked. This is not good.
Am I still there?
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Actually, I am curious. Did either of you guys think he was going to win?
I mean, I didn't know what to expect, dude.
I genuinely thought Massie was going to win.
I didn't know what to expect.
I had a feeling he was going to get kicked. I was just hoping it was going to be really close. I was hoping it was going to be within like 2 to 4%.
Like, why would people not vote for Thomas Massie? That's a genuine question.
We are cooked. These are the words of St. Paisios. Do you guys know that's a real quote by St. Paisios? He literally said that. Here, I'll pull up the reference.
Yeah, I think. Oh, wow! Wait, nope. Mason County has Thomas Massie up by 50%.
Up by 50%?
Sorry. Sorry. 50.8 to 49.2.
Okay.
That's how much is reporting on Mason County? Mason County is reporting. Oh wow, Mason County is reporting 99%. Never mind. We might wait. This is a little white pill, actually. This is a little white pill.
We're at 22%. We're at 22%. And we're still at the same margin, though.
Well, no, because that county is the only one that is 100% counted, and Massie won it. No, sorry. It's one of three. It's one of 3 counties that is 100% counted, and he's up by 1 point. So I mean, still it's kind of over, but that is
still kind of over.
It was. You have to understand. Everybody was watching, and it was just going. Now it's Massie +1, but also Mason County is very small. Mason County is where. Let's check where Mason County is.
Yeah, so this is literally an actual quote from St. Paisios. He's talking about. He says, "In the end, without noticing, we are cooked. We are cooked." This is literally an actual quote from St. Paisios. So we might be cooked.
Yeah, Massie won Mason County, but Mason is a very rural county with barely any voters in it. But he did win it.
Someone asked,
still have most counties that have not.
Someone asked, what's so special about this election? What's so special about it is, this is, I think, the first time we've seen. So we've seen Israel by votes, but I think this is the first time we've seen Israel try to buy an actual election. And so that's why it's substantial, because, we're trying to. It's literally billionaires against the regular average Joe Americans, and we might be getting cooked, which is very blackpilling. So that's why.
How many counties have yet to report then?
I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 out of 21 counties have not reported yet.
How's Massie looking? Not so good so far. But we're at 22%. 22%. We might have a 28. We need a 28-3 style comeback here, ladies and gentlemen. We need prime Tom Brady. And I say this as a Packer fan.
You're a Packers fan?
Yeah, dude, I'm a diehard Packer fan. Did we lose Jeb, by the way?
Wow.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, so it's someone asked, did you see the number 17 most hyped video on YouTube? It's about a certain people with tiny hats, I'm sure. I can't believe it exists. Yeah, so YouTube has been actually like pretty chill on this issue. Like Nick Fuentes went on Joel Webbin's show for a 10-part series on YouTube, and he hasn't been demonetized or anything. And they literally openly were talking about the JQ. And so, yeah, I don't know. It seems like YouTube is allowing it, kind of like Instagram, and 24% And we're still at 56-44, it looks like.
Yep.
Not good.
Not entirely good. He'd win one county, but he barely won, and it was rural.
So what's Massie gonna do if he loses? Is he gonna like start a? Is he gonna start like a Rumble channel or something?
Who knows? This could, yeah, I think it's going to even out very shortly.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
we got some white. If Aiden's white pilling, our resident Indian is white pilling, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just looking at the maps, and it looks. I'm just judging by how everything's reporting. Like the ones that are 99% reporting, it's going to be.
By the way, I had some chicken tikka masala the other day. It was actually fire. I'm not even joking. I literally had some chicken tikka masala the other day, and it was actually fire.
Well, good for you, man. I'm not Indian.
He eats grape leaves. Grape leaves.
Ben eats grape leaves too. Remember when we were in DC with Clyde and we were just eating so many grape leaves? It was so fire.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No.
Yeah, that's because. So, chat. Ben is lying to you. He loves.
I don't know what you're talking about. I genuinely don't even know what you're
He was over
referencing.
here snacking down this hummus, and he was like, "Man, this is my favorite food."
Listen,
It was during Lent.
It was during
like,
Lent, okay? It was during Lent, okay? My options were very limited.
True.
If you guys wouldn't mind liking the live and subscribing if you're not subscribed, I go live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 2 o'clock Eastern for my regular show where I cover news, politics, and religion, particularly from a Orthodox Christian perspective. Thanks for tuning in. We are over here. We are Thomas Massie appreciators, anti-Zionists, and we are right now a little bit black-pilled because Massie is losing. However, our resident Indian, Aiden, over here is a little bit white-pilled on some of the counties, so we'll see. We'll see.
It's weird. I just don't know the layout of any of these,
Yeah.
any of the counties or anything like that because. Do you know where he's from? Does anybody know where Massie is from? That would be a great question. Anybody in the chat know where Massie is from?
Like what county?
What city? And then I'll find the county.
He is from Garrison, Kentucky.
Eternal Catechesis said, "I think you guys are coping. He is at 1% on poly market." Yes, we are coping.
Yeah,
And
we're totally coping.
we're coping, but it's going to even out.
We are totally coping.
Yeah.
28%.
What percentage of the polls are in?
28% now. We might be cooked.
Yeah.
We might be
Well,
cooked.
I was correct. I was correct when I called it. What did I call it at? I called it at.
You called it at like 1%. Or 4%.
I did.
No, you called it at 4%.
I
You
did.
called it 4%. You called it 4%.
Yeah, true. But just like even at 1%, the fact that it came in so one-sided was you could kind of tell. You're generally able to tell with this kind of stuff. What do you think about? Okay, so Jeb thought he actually thought Massie had a chance. It's one of the guys at my parish is watching, and he just texted me "resident idiot" in quotes. What were we talking about?
I don't know. I don't know what you were about to say. You were you were about to start saying
Oh.
something.
Yeah, he said that I thought Massie had a chance.
Yeah.
He might still lock in. You never know.
No, I think it's over.
Oh, he went up a little bit. 44.8%, 42% of the vote. 42% in. He's at 45 basically.
That's a lot. I mean,
So it's a substantial that he needs to make up. What would we need for a recount? What do you think? What would he have to get to for a
1,000.
recount?
Within 1,000 votes. It would have to be within.
1,000? I think he could get
Yep.
there. He could get within 1,000.
Maybe. Okay, well, hold on. So my question was, do you guys think James Fishback has a chance?
Well, we're
I'm
gonna
curious.
definitely live stream that one too. But I don't know, dude. I mean, I saw recent polls that he was within a couple points. I don't know if that's
Yeah, those
accurate.
polls were super sus, and they were like fake. Right? It was like the same like Twitter account that you pulled up from the guy that was said it was reporting. At
Oh
10%.
gosh. Okay, yeah. Maybe that might be cooked too then. I mean, he's supposed to have his debate with him, right? End of
Yeah.
next month.
I think Byron Donald's backed out, didn't he not?
That wouldn't be a surprise at all.
I don't think he's going to, but I think that he strategically pushed the debate out after the re-registration date so that people can't watch the debate and then go register to vote as a Republican. Which is a smart thing to do for Byron Donalds because, yeah, you don't want that.
Because Byron Donalds is primarily going to pull votes from like old heads. They're already registered.
Yeah. Well, both of you guys know James. Jeb is one of like how many people that James follows on Instagram?
Like 100, pretty sure.
Have you talked to them? No, you haven't.
No, I haven't had a conversation. I would love to though. I'd love to talk to him. It'd be good.
How much did you talk to him then when you guys met up in Florida?
We had like 2 conversations outside of our actual interview. And then obviously, I'm close with Evan, the guy that was on his campaign.
So okay, let's see. Let's check NBC. It looks like
if this next one needs to be a substantial, if this next one is not a substantial boost.
Yeah, they have 70,000 votes remaining.
Yeah, that's what.
However, let's check.
Wait,
it does kind of look like they're all rural counties, but at the same time, this is not a general election.
So in this case, it's going to be flipped. More of the Dems are actually going to vote for Massie because of the Israel issue.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so the rural counties might not be favoring him as much. I didn't look at any of the polling though, so I don't know. We could probably figure that out if the rural places are going to be more likely to vote for Massie.
I'll let you guys know. I'll pull it up when there's an update. Right now we're at 44%, 55% for Gallery, and 45% for Massie. So he's 10 points. Needs to get within 1,000 votes for a potential recount. And right now he's about 5,500 votes behind.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. Yeah, they have a higher overall population in this congressional district in the age count of 45 to 64. So meaning that there's more people aged 45 to 64 in this district than there are nationally. And they're 1 point lower on the 65 and over. So there's actually less boomers than there are nationally per district. But there's also less Gen Z millennials overall as well. The demographics of this district are way above average for education, at least on high school education. But does look like they're very poor.
Oh, shoot.
14% of the population. So I don't know. The real question is that like what demographic, and this is a good question for the chat, or I guess for you, Ben and Deb, is what kind of demographic is going to be most likely to vote for Massie? Because the places that are more conservative, like those liberal areas, may just be big MAGA supporters, so they're more likely to buy that rhetoric. It all depends.
I feel like young people are going to be the ones who vote for Massie because, I mean, obviously they're on social media and stuff. Your boomers are going to be seeing ads and stuff, which we know Ed has been running, like TV ads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think your younger people, and then obviously, some leftists here and there because, some of them get it. Not all leftists are stupid, even though most of them are.
Yeah. Ben, what are you looking at?
I'm trying to. Nick is trying to send his followers over here, so he's trying to like sync the live, but I have to give him permission to do it. Add you to their live redirect list in community settings. So just keep yapping away. Give me a second here.
Massie will be able to talk more freely if he loses and disentangles himself from GOP. A old party is what he says. Watch Rojek interview with Fishback. Fishback has no money. That's my
Everybody's got no money. That's the problem, except for Bilzerian. Bilzerian's the only one with money.
And he's not. He just, yeah. I'm not giving a lot of my opinions on the stream, actually. Jeb, what do you think about Dan Bilzerian? Do you think Dan Bilzerian's going to win?
Did he disappear?
I think Jeb.
Sorry.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What do you think? What do you think about Dan Bilzerian?
You know, I think someone like Randy Fine, he's more like a conservative Jewish person. So I see that as kind of like a double-edged blade. Dan Bilzerian himself is 12% Jewish, which I mean isn't the end of the world. But I don't know. This stuff with him and Nick is a little strange. But I like to see him win. I like to see him win in general.
Yeah, I don't think he. I don't know.
I don't think he will though.
Yeah, I don't think he has a chance.
And Ben and I were talking about this earlier. We were talking about this privately. Am I good? Am I loaded? Yeah, there we go. I think a lot of these people who are running, for example, particularly Fishback, you just have to continue running.
Yeah.
You have to, Fishback will lose, in my opinion. No, I mean, sorry to everybody in the chat.
Supposedly they called it.
Oh, let's check. Let's do a Google search.
Am I thinking of attending Joel Webbin's new Christian Right Conference in Dallas? Fishback will be there. I did see that yesterday. I was going to message Joel about that. I haven't. I need to talk to him about that and see if it's something that would be worth going to.
Where are you getting that they called it?
Someone in the comments said it.
Yeah. Who said that?
Yeah, let us know where.
Because I'm not seeing it anywhere.
Several people are saying that it got called.
Unless it's like Fox or CNN who called it. But
so Massie is making headway. So I'm not sure why they would call it, because we went from 44 to 49%, and now he
won Lewis County. Wow. Yeah. Well, no,
he's cutting the lead.
It's mainly okay. So the biggest counties are going to be Shelby, Kenton, and Oldham. Those are the three biggest counties. Kenton County is reporting 23%, and it is for Ed Gallerin. He's up by 10 points. If you look at a lot of the way smaller counties like Lewis County and Mason County, which are off toward the east, they're reporting at 99 and 85 for Massie. So even though he might win those smaller counties, what really matters is the big counties, because also Boone County. Boone County has a lot of quite a bit of votership as well. So yeah, like Boone has 10,000 votes for Ed, 8,000 for Massie. Sorry, Shelby is not going to be a big county. I don't believe. It's weird. I don't like how this AP thing is set up. It's not really. Let's check NBC.
Okay, I just figured out the raid thing. We'll see if he. Can you mute, Jeb? You're cutting in and out, so we can kind of hear the background noise.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're still at 49%.
I just don't know these county sizes and know where I can find. Well, tell me the population, the voting size. I don't know why. But Massie has won 2 counties so far.
That's good.
90% in, but they're both about one.
Look, it just went up again. So 60%. He's now within 8 points. So he's catching up. He's catching up. We still have 40% of the vote, and he made significant headway. He was at 42% when we were in the 20s. So he's making significant headway.
Poly Market has Galrain at 100.
That's not good.
Yeah. So, unless there's like a big county, I'm trying to find population sizes. Unless there's like a big county that like Massie, heavily campaigned in, it's going to be, even then, that would be a miracle because you have to get a couple of thousand extra votes, and Galrain would have to get very low. So, yeah, we are coping.
We'll see. I think this next, if he doesn't continue to make headway, like if we don't see 47, 48% ish, this next round, I think we might be cooked. I think we're cooked regardless, but
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 8 counties that have not yet reported.
Okay. Come on. We need a big boost on this next one. This last one was a big boost, almost like a full point swing. So that was good. He's 8 points behind right now.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I know. But we just barely broke the halfway mark as far as votes counted though. So
okay, everybody stay tuned.
60%. So this is what we're at, ladies and gentlemen. 60%, 54-46 exactly right now.
How many votes total?
Total votes. So Galrain is at 39,380. Massie's at 33,568. So
yeah, it's over because they only have 50,000 votes left to count. Oh yeah, NBC.
But he only has to close the gap of less than 6,000.
NBC just called it.
Okay.
Good game, everybody. I think
So it's over.
I want to wait. I want to wait for one more thing. I want to see if
you want it to go to 80 or something.
Yeah. I just want to see if he closes the gap anymore. At least maybe we can pray for a recount.
Yeah, that's,
NBC called it, huh?
Yep, projected winner, and then they also called it for it's about the Democrats, which doesn't matter. The Melissa Strange, she won by 73%, or she's up by 73%, but yeah.
Well, this is what we expected going in for the most part. I mean, a lot of people expected this, so it's unfortunate, but it is the condition of our country.
We need organization. We need a united front. And
yeah, guys, you got to get involved in your local GOP stuff. You got to get involved in young Republicans, college Republicans, like all of this. All of it. We can't be just off starting our own organizations. We have to take our numbers into the current infrastructure, and it needs to be done yesterday. And it's already happening. That's the white pilling thing. Is like you go to these conferences. And like literally, like everyone is, after the conference is over, they're like making they're hanging out and they're making like Jew jokes and like, I mean, it's very white pilling when you actually go to these conferences and you're on the ground level with a lot of these young people. But the problem is that we just don't have enough people involved at this point, and that's what we need right now. We need to get our entire population of people that are like minded into the current infrastructure. Yeah, Trump is backing Galrain. That's for the person who just asked that. So this is only black pilling insofar as it's kind of the black pill we expected. So it sucks. And by the way, this is a precursor for the midterms, almost certainly, at least the House. It's going to be the Republicans, even with the Voting Rights Act being deemed unconstitutional, and the Republicans gaining 12 seats. Even with that, it's looking like we're going to lose the House. By we, I mean the Republican Party, which, I mean, at this point, I don't even know if I consider myself Republican, but Republican Party is going to be losing the House. They will probably maintain the Senate. That's what everything's saying right now. So they won't be able to successfully impeach Trump, but they are at least going to try. So
it is over. It's so Jover. It's Jover.
okay, yeah, it just went down. So,
Yeah.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're not coping anymore. We've accepted our loss. It is what it is. Pray for Massie, pray for him and his family, obviously, and whatever's next for him. At this point, we can thank him for his time and fighting the Israeli influence over our government. Unfortunately, we have now it should be unquestionable for any of these people that think that Israel does not control our government. They just bought a congressional seat. That's what just happened. So we all just watched it tonight. We just watched as total of over $50 million, if you include ad money, were thrown at this primary. And the Israeli lobby, primarily through Miriam Adelson, John Paulson, and Paul Singer, they just bought a congressional seat. That is what happened. Let's be really clear. That's just what happened. So that's the condition of our country, ladies and gentlemen. Stop living in denial. That's where we're at. So may God have mercy on us. And for those of you that have not woken up, it's time to. And yeah, Lord have mercy.
It's true.
So with that being said, gentlemen, thank you for joining. Thank you for all the super chats.
Of course.
Thank you for all those who tuned in. Please like and subscribe. Yep, they just called it on AP.
Yep.
So Lord have mercy on us and on our country.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that being said, you guys have a good night. I will be back live Thursday.
Guys.
Thursday, I'll be back live at 2 o'clock Eastern
See you
time.
guys.
Thank you for tuning in.